Welcome to Backseat Radio. Today is the first official episode of the Backseat Radio show. You might have seen our podcast beforehand. If you didn't know already, I'm Tim, the co-host. The reason you clicked on this video is the Dom Corleo interview, obviously. We've been dealing with a lot of school, that's why we haven't had it out. And with the show, the differences from the podcast is like here we're going to be talking about music coming out, music news, all that good stuff. Travis is going to be doing that. And yeah, here's Travis with your latest music news.
All right, thank you, Tim. I'm Travis here with Backseat Radio News. We got a couple good stories this week, starting off with the one and only Kanye West, who's set to debut his new album this Friday. We're not really sure if that's the solo project he's been talking about or his collab with Ty Dolla $ign, but either way, as a Kanye fan, I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Next up, if you're a fan of live music, this upcoming November is going to be a great month. You have Travis Scott on the Circus Maximus tour and Lil Uzi Vert on the Pink Tape tour. Both of these have crazy stage designs. Both of them look like a lot of time and production went into making sure that this is a great experience for the fans. I'm really excited to go see both of these, and if you have the chance, you definitely should too. All right, our next story was kind of resolved earlier this week anyways, but Memphis rapper NLE Choppa was reported missing by his mom. No one's totally sure what really went down other than his mom, I guess, or him, but what it seems like was just kind of miscommunication. Like he kind of just gone ghost mode and wasn't really responding to anyone, but he came online, said everything's okay, so prayers out to him and his family, hope everything's fine. And for the news today, we got two big collab albums coming out in November that were recently announced this week. You have Meek Mill and Rick Ross with Too Good to Be True. It's been a long time coming with them. They've been doing music since like 2011, and everyone's always been asking for a collab tape from them. So that's coming out November 10th. And then Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz are releasing their successor to their last collab album, Call of Grove. This new one's going to be called Welcome to Call of Grove. It comes out November 17th, so if you're excited for either of those drops or you're going to either of the tours we talked about, make sure to leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you're excited for, what tour you're going to. And that's it for Backseat Radio News. All right, we got one more segment for today. This one's going to be called SpeedViews. It's pretty face value. Just going to be going over a couple albums that came out in about the past month or so and giving them really quick reviews according to my scale here, giving them each one a rating. Starting off with Tyga and YG's Hit Me When You Leave the Club, the playlist. This album's really corny. If you want proof of that, just go look at something like A Party Time. It's got to be one of the worst songs I've heard this year. The best part about this album, probably that Lil Wayne had a good verse on the song that was ruined by the vocal sample. So yeah, this gets a bad rating from me. Next up, we got Lil Wayne's The Fix Before the Six. This is kind of just a collection of throwaways from the album Carter 6 that's coming up. I'm glad these are throwaways because a lot of these songs are garbage, but I mean, there's still quality to be found here. If you look at something like a Can't Nobody with DMX or maybe Act Up with John Batiste, I think that's how you say his name. There's good songs here, but then just something like a Birds, where it just sounds like Lil Wayne's mumbling over a broken R2-D2. Not a fan, but yeah, I mean, it's not bad, it's not great, so I'm gonna give it a good mid rating, sorry. Next up, we got Drake's 8th studio album, For All the Dogs. Can definitely see why a lot of you guys were dogging on this album on release, just because whether it's too long or you felt Drake's performances were lackluster. I can definitely see where people are coming from with that, but for me personally, I really enjoyed Drake's music, so there's a lot of songs for me to take out here and put into my rotation, and there wasn't really a lot that I disliked about the album. I thought that Drake's performances on a lot of songs were great, and I enjoy a lot of the new collaborations he's kind of testing out, especially with someone like Tizo Touchdown. I thought the production on this album was also very, very interesting and very great. So this is going to get a great rating from me, but like a low grade, like just hovering above good. Next up, we got Offset's second solo studio album. This one's called Set It Off. He had a really cool vision for this project, and I think he did a great job putting it to life. Everything here was nicely placed. Even though it's 20-something tracks, it didn't overstay its welcome, and it actually went by pretty fast for me. I was entertained the whole time because I was a little worried it was going to kind of be a drag to listen to at the start, but it surprised me. I was really happy with the product, so this is going to get a great rating from me as well. Next up, we have Ken Carson's A Great Chaos. The production on this album is amazing. Ken's energy throughout this album is amazing. It fixed kind of a complaint I had with Ken's last album where all the songs kind of blended in for me. But here, I don't know if it's just my ear for his music kind of changing, but I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite projects this year, so I'm going to be giving this an amazing rating. And last but definitely least, we have Gucci Mane's new album, A Breath of Fresh Air. More like a breath of nitrous oxide. This album put me to sleep. It's 24 tracks long, and if it wasn't for the features, then there would be nothing redeemable about this album, honestly. My favorite part of the album was Kodak Black's performance on King Snipe or DaBaby's performance on 06 Gucci. But again, if there wasn't for the features, just look at Gucci Mane's performance on either of the songs with Young Dolph. They're awful. I didn't really enjoy listening to this album, so this is going to be getting a bad rating. And that wraps it up for SpeedViews. Pass it back over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Travis. Now, before we get to the Dom interview, at the actual show, there was like 4 different openers, and there was one named Jared Kennedy, and before he came out, the whole crowd was dead. Like really, it was bad. Travis and I were backstage for that. But then he came out, and I don't know if it was his energy, his music, whatever, the crowd just got moving to him. So we decided to interview him, so here's that. All right, who am I here with today?
Finesse Kid.
All right, so what are some things that made you want to start music?
You know, some artists like Juice WRLD, Playboy Cardi,
Of course.
Lil Uzi. I just been doing music since I was a kid, bro. I was banging pots and pans, and you know, I want to pursue my education at the same well, so I'm a full-ride student at ASU, still making bangers, you feel me?
Damn.
How 2 things at once.
How long you been making music?
Only 3 years, for real.
Damn, well, that shit was gas. That's all
bro.
I'm saying.
And this right here, bro, come on, this my boy Duce too. He make music too.
What's good?
The next time I perform, he finna be with me as well, so hey, look out for him. Me and him had a song called SRT Hellcat. That was a while ago. Kind of old voice, old autotune, but we got a new one gonna come out real soon. It's gonna probably be on my new project or right after that, so.
All right, bet. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Jared Kennedy. We're going to put links to his music down below. Now, what everyone's been waiting for, Dom Corleo and Yung Kayo.
Backseat Radio. We're here backstage with Dom Corleo, Yung Kayo. Just got a couple questions to ask him. So just to get started, you guys 2 shows into the tour. How do you guys think it's going so far?
Shit's crazy, man.
Shit turned, man.
Yeah.
Our fans lit.
Oh, God.
What city would you say you're most excited to go see?
Shit, I'm probably excited. I don't know. I was excited for San Fran. I was excited for here. I'm excited for every day, bro, to be honest.
Every show. It's out for every show.
Yeah. I lived out here for like 2.5 years, and then I moved to LA.
Okay, so Bay Area, Phoenix, LA.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best place to think?
Probably the Bay. That's just because where I'm from. Like, that's the area that I'm from. But, shit, I mean, everywhere lit, bro. Arizona is cool. Like, LA is LA. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
his dad grew up here in Phoenix, so
Yeah.
he's like happy to take us down here anytime.
Yeah,
because
bro.
he loves
It's
the
beautiful
area
out
down
here.
Yeah, we're going to be coming here. We're coming here, LA, and Utah. Like,
Hell yeah.
So.
Yeah, bro. I love the drive from, like, LA to Arizona. Shit be, or, like, Arizona to LA. Shit fire.
I know you probably get this question asked a lot, but like, who's your biggest inspiration, bro? Both of you.
Shit. Me, obviously Drake, Thug, who else, man? Wayne, like all the Young Money. That's who I grew up listening to, like me and my sister. And alternative shit, so like my sister was a huge My Chemical Romance fan growing up, so like grew up on that shit. Under Oath. Shit, bro, it's a lot. But definitely on the rap side, I'd definitely say like Drake, Wayne, like that whole side, because that's just what I grew up listening to. A lot of Bay Area rap too, but that was more like high school shit.
I saw in your story you were at Drake.
Yeah.
Like, did you get like a personal invitation? I saw your name was on there.
Yeah, so my brother Zach brought me out there, man, and like I said, it's probably one of the best shows I've ever been to.
That's sick.
So
man.
it's definitely crazy.
What about you, Yung Kayo?
What's the question?
Biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
My biggest inspiration probably like Sade or some singer like Michael Jackson or some shit. And some Young Thug, of course, because like some saying like he
Free
took
Thug.
me under, really taught me the ins and outs of this shit. But like probably a singer like Sade, Michael Jackson, James Brown, some shit.
That's valid.
Prince, like them like legends for real, like teach you different melodies.
And then speaking of Thug, what would you like? How'd you come about meeting him or getting into YSL, or how'd that whole thing go down?
He called me when I was like a little kid. I was probably like 15, 14. Called me, flew me out to LA, and we was just locked in. We was together for like months. We was just together for months in LA and Atlanta and shit, just like making music and just vibing, playing video games, just like vibing with everybody, meeting his family and shit. Cause he got Slime got a big family, so it's just like me and his family and shit in Atlanta, and it's just like. I just like, damn, it's a family, like, for real. So he just taught me the ins and outs of everything and just, like, made me a greater artist.
One thing I always see about Young Thug, he's always taking in people, like, boosting them, helping them out, teaching everything. Like, with Lil Baby, for instance, he was, like, paying him to keep him off the streets and everything.
Yeah, he's generous, like, overly generous like that.
I know, really great dude. And then,
Free Slime.
what would you guys say, well, Dom, what would you say inspired the On My Own album? Like, everything that went into that, what inspired you to go and create that?
My brother Kamori, he owned a brand called On My Own, and you know, me and him been friends for years, bro. Like, we take it way back, and you know, he was really the first one to really fuck with me like that, and you know, he taught me a lot about, you know, like when he was doing his brand, I would go over to his crib and he'd be doing all this fucking merch and like, you know, like cause I didn't really know shit about like having a brand or like, you know, doing anything for myself really, and I seen him doing all this shit, like, you know, shipping this shit out by himself, making this shit by himself, making these designs by himself, and that shit really just inspired me because the shit's got a whole deeper meaning to it too, like his brand and the whole like idea of On My Own. Right. So, you know, like I just was fucking with him that whole time, fucking listening to shit he had to say about it, and it inspired me, bro, and it really, you know, because I related to a lot of the shit that he was representing with this brand. So, yeah, it just became that, and, you know, he brought me under. We started working on that shit, and, you know, he was the first motherfucker to ever do the merch with me, like, as far as an artist, doing my own shit, and just really, you know, I wanted to embrace that shit through my audience, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. Just paying respect to
hell yeah.
that helped you.
What are your guys' some like favorite brands, like clothing brands?
Shit.
Both of you.
Honestly, I just wear whatever, bro. Like, everything's cool. I like Supreme a lot. Rick, Stussy, fucking shit, I don't know, Obey. Everything. Just been wearing the same shit.
Favorite brand, probably like a Japanese brand. Like, I like wear a lot of Japanese brands. And like, Skolop, motherfucking, like, I love Skolop. Soloist, I love Soloist. Like, shit like that, like, Takahiro, like, he's, like, crazy. Right now, I got on motherfucking Empire Studios, and that's my friend, so, like, I wear his shit
That's
right
sick.
now.
All right, so last question for both of you. One thing we want to do with Backseat Radio is just spread positivity, so from both of you, what is one positive message that you can give to everyone watching, or inspirational, like positive, whatever?
Just like I said, like in the last question, is do whatever the hell you want, bro. Don't listen to what nobody got to say. Like, obviously, there's going to be criticism in every fucking aspect of everything in life. Like, people are going to criticize you no matter what the fuck you're doing. You could be saving animals, and there's going to be some fucking idiot talking about, whoa, why are you saving animals? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, on some dumb shit. So just do whatever the hell you want to do. As long as it's something positive. Like, you're not hurting nobody with what you're doing. If you're doing something like that you want to do, and it's something that's good for everyone around you, then do it. Like, you know?
Of course. That's another thing I want to do with my money. Actually save animals, like go,
Yeah.
like help all the like dog shelters and
I
everything.
love animals, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Some positive, like, don't be a dick, because you see what I'm saying, you're going to die too, so don't be a dick, bro. Be nice, bro. You see what I'm saying? Spread positive energy and just, like, be, like, better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just,
Hey, man, like,
Don't be a dick, bro.
don't say stupid shit. Just be nice to everyone. Or if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. Like, come on, they teach y'all this shit in school, man. Think before you speak. Yeah, think before you speak. Because you're going to say something to the wrong person, and the wrong person might smack you in the mouth. So it's like, you know? Yeah.
yeah. Some guy was coming in here being like, "You're nothing. You're just on tour." Like,
I'm having fun, man.
know,
Give a
exactly.
fuck.
All right. Well, that's about it. Backseat Radio. Peace out. Thank you guys.
Yes, sirski.